This will be the follow-up video to the previous one about the wet bed application. So wet bed's already been applied, base coat's already been applied. It's ready to tack off and clear coat, but I want to show you guys what it should look like before you clear. It's that nice satin finish. It's nice and smooth. You can't even see where I blended it. I ended up having to tone this color 4 or 5 different times to get it to where it was almost perfect. It's not perfect by no means, but it is really, really close. You're not going to be able to tell at all that this has been painted. So I ended up having to do a little bit of a spotted end up here. Had a little bit of a boo-boo from the collision part of it, from the mirror. Also had a scratch like right here, but ended up able to sand that out. So majority of everything is right in here. You can tell by the tape. You can tell how far I blended out on the tape right here. So give yourself enough room. Get your color as close as you possibly can get it. I know most of us collision guys work in a production shop and everything is based on time, and a lot of times you do not get the time that you're needed in order to blend this stuff out and mess with your color and all that other stuff. But I'm going to tell you, it's going to make your life 100% easier once you figure out these colors, and it's just going to blend in really, really smooth like this. So another thing about wet bed is it is pretty much, once you put it on, it's wet, so you can also check your color. So if you were doing, like, let's say a tri-coat, like an RR or 846, I believe it is, from Chevy, the GM red, that's pretty much like RR. You can also put on your wet bed over top of it, and it'll look like, for a little bit, what it's going to look like when it's cleared, so you can check your colors that way too. So it's just a little trick with the wet bed. Now I'm going to move on to clear coat, and moving on to clear coat, you want to treat the panels the exact same way as if you were applying your wet bed. The same method that I told you guys about applying wet bed. You do not want to go panel edge to panel